They say people come from far, far, far away to find their dreams, chasing down these meteors and comets called dreams in the sky of life.
Hey, Rashida here. You don't know me, but I want to get to know you. Do you want to know my story? If so, see how I go through trial and error to become a superhero. Join me and experience the world of Micro Wars. Fight the good fight. See different perspectives on what really goes on when people get access to superpowers. Help me stop the evil Mr. Slim from taking over the city. And guess what? There are ways you can help. You can join our Facebook page, Micro Wars, buy a book, or even buy some of our merch from our website. So we thank you guys so much. We can't wait to hear from you guys. Catch you on the inside.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Ezra J. Out, the first Black Super Saiyan to wear 5 on this planet, and I'm back here with another stream. I have two individuals working on a new comic. It's fresh. I've read 2 issues so far. I've not read issue 3 yet, so I ain't finna you don't hear me capping. I've read 2 issues so far, and I'm glad Squeezy asked me to do this because Black History Month was almost over, and I think this is something that we should highlight. Black History, it's every day. It's every day, every month of the year. Black History is every year. It ain't just months, it's every year. And real quick before we start, I did want to say this. Shouts out to Squeezy. Shouts out to Mars. Shouts out to you guys for wanting to do original stories, create your own characters, and put them out there, because nowadays we have a lot of characters in comics and stuff, and they either copy the previous character that came before them, or they just take over. But we don't really have any new original characters. I like that you guys are trying to put new original characters out there, and just especially a female hero. You guys didn't choose to do a male, you guys chose to do a female hero, and I respect that, because a lot of female characters don't get shine, they don't get love, they don't get enough of the support that they actually need out there. And Black women need heroes too. Women in general, they need their heroes too. We got a lot of male heroes. Black women and women, they need their heroes too, whether they be fictional or real, they need them. So I wanted to ask Squeezy, go ahead and just introduce yourself to the people. Give a quick history about this Micro Wars thing. Just to introduce yourself. I'm sorry to put you on the spot. I apologize.
It's cool. I appreciate it. Hey everybody, my name is Stephen Hicks, aka HD Squeezy. Big fan of the show. Huge fan of K-Dot show. The Saiyan Sanctum is awesome. Been here since day one, basically. A huge fan of Jordy's Corner. I'm just a fan overall, and I just decided to do my own thing, being the creator of Micro Wars.
Mars, give us a quick little introduction.
All right, yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Emilio Mars, local artist out of Greensboro, North Carolina. Hey, how you doing? Basically just been drawing for a hot minute and got with Squeezy, and he asked me if I would help him out with the upcoming project, and I was like, sure. Plus, it was definitely helped out for future projects that I'm doing for other people too, because definitely helped me develop and hold my skills for the comic book universe. So, right. Yeah.
Oh, so quickly, let me ask you. So you have done like other comics besides Squeezy's? So.
Yeah, I've done like a lot of short stories, storybooks, and one other comic book I'm working on right now. Besides my own, I'm working on my own too. But this other comic book I'm working on is kind of like for like a Hollywood producer right now. So, like, fingers crossed, everything goes well with that.
Cool. Hey, shouts out to you for getting out there and getting yourself into this craft and putting yourself through it, and actually trying to make something out of it. Because
definitely the book helped me understand how to making blocks is one of the hardest things, how to place things inside one big book. So that, and how to illustrate characters all on one page. So
yeah, because I I remember real quick, not to derail, but I was in like middle school, and we actually had a segment in one of my classes where we was learning about comic books and stuff. And I thought it was just gonna be, draw some blocks, everything, boom, 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 boom. But no, it's like a lot more to it, because you have to, each block you make, you have to judge like what you're going to do in this block. Are you and make good use of it. It's not just, oh, you just keep making blocks and you just keep drawing things in it. Like, you got to make use of blocks, because sometimes you get pages where it's like 3 blocks, and that can be a whole bunch of a whole bunch of key plot points.
Right.
So it may look easy from our perspective, but it's not. It's not. And you comic artists and writers, you guys do a lot of work. A lot of people kind of look down on. A lot of people should look down on comics like, oh, it's a book with pictures and stuff, like a picture book. But in my honest opinion, I've read more comics than I have read regular books. And the thing about comics is that, yes, books, they challenge you to, be creative and think, but the comics, they give you the dialogue and they show you what's happening as the dialogue is being spoken. Yeah, Chamar, I went to a tight school. Shouts out to America. Chamar's from Canada, guys. Shouts out to America. But I got some questions for you guys. Got some questions. Both of you can answer. One of you can answer. It's like,
yep.
It's whoever want to take it. Y'all both can take it. I got 10. I got 2 bonus questions. I'm gonna have more. Depends how it goes. But we was talking about something in the backstage. So I got a question for y'all about that.
All right.
I'm gonna ask y'all something about that Attack on Titan. So be ready for that. Be ready. All right. First question. This is mainly for Squeezy, because he can mainly for Squeezy. But what made you want to create Michael Wars?
Well, one, it was a selfish reason. I wanted to create my own content because I was tired of seeing the whole DC, Marvel, even some of the anime stuff. I just wanted to see something that I wanted to do, if that makes sense. Like, all right, I don't see people like me, and then I don't see any people like the sisters either. So I was like, okay, let me see if I can put my ideas together and make my own content, whether it's good or bad or not. I just want to see if I could do it. And I actually did it. I'm 3 books in.
Okay. Well, and you know what, Squeaks, me and you talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
Like, the lack of creativity nowadays. And in my opinion, I think there's multiple factors to it. For me, I think that a lot of the good ideas kind of already been taken. Like, a lot of good, like, you take Superman himself and look at everything he does. I bet Superman can do flight, heat vision, all this stuff. And when Superman did all that, someone tries to come and create a character with heat vision. It's like, I mean,
Superman basically the blueprint for all, like, basically the blueprint for all, like, super OP super strength characters.
Right.
Yeah. And it's like, and this is the thing too. A lot of people think taking inspiration is like taking ideas, but there's a difference between having inspiration and stealing somebody's idea. And I know Squeezy wasn't inspired by a lot of ideas. He's not, he ain't taking nothing. He's inspired. I see inspiration.
Yeah, you can tell
in your story that you guys are touching upon some real life stuff. Like, while the story is mainly for young Black girls and stuff, but you guys are touching on some real topics. Like, I noticed in one of the stories, and I'm not trying to spoil it or anything.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't necessarily say it's for people like me who like to read books per se, who just like to read comics. That's what it's really for. It just so happens to open that door, be an inspiration for other young girls, if that makes sense. And it's like, girls are looking at it, they see it, they're like, oh, she's like me. It's a representation. Yes, there's other Black female heroes, but it's not that many. And
it's not that many that's popular.
Yeah, it's not that many that's popular.
At most, I think the only one's doing like Storm.
Yeah.
Vixen, I guess Vixen.
Vixen, yeah, Vixen is solid, but I don't think too many people know who she is.
Right. She's a name that I can name off the top of my head, like Vixen.
Yeah.
It's really just
Yuri.
Storm. I think it's just really Storm.
Like Yuri, but people don't like, who's Yuri? Like, Yuri's Black Panther's sister. The one to create
Right.
all the tech and everything too. Well, yeah,
Right.
you're right. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
they definitely get overlooked. And there
They get
are like, if
overlooked
you
a lot.
actually look at the archives of Marvel characters, there are a few OP women out there, but they're just not in the mainstream.
Yeah, it's a good 20 to 25 OP total. They should come out with more, but for some odd reason they just get overlooked.
I
Yeah,
mean,
actually,
I feel like Hollywood definitely now with the whole women empowerment thing, Hollywood's going to find it. They're going to find them and bring them out.
They have it. What you mean find it? They have it.
Yeah, they going to bring them out.
well, we
Yeah.
actually got a recent one in I'm not sure y'all seen WandaVision.
Yeah.
The Monica Rambeau character,
Yeah.
you know, she used
Her teacher.
they kind of twisted. Her mom was the original Captain
Mhm.
Marvel before Carol Danvers took the name Captain Marvel. She was like the original Captain Marvel, then she became Photon. But you know, and when I watched WandaVision, she's one of my favorite characters that I took away from that show. And I'm excited to see her in the Marvels more so than Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. Like, I'm there for Monica now. But you
Makes
know, I'm glad that she's getting the representation that she needs, because like yeah, we got black characters in like these this major comic book stuff, but it's really only a few, and it's not that many that's being utilized as they should.
Right. And that's the biggest thing why I did what I did, because they don't have a solid platform to stand on their own. It's like, how many female superheroes do you know who is the lead character and
Right.
has a solid story? I don't know that many.
I don't either.
Exactly. So I figured I'd take it on my own and try to do something that we all want to see. And I know the guys are going to follow anyway because they're like into that kind of thing. So like, let's
Yeah.
give us a solid story, give us some decent abilities, and throw some stakes in there. Let's see what happens.
Question number two might be a little, don't worry, it's not too tough. It's not too tough. What inspirations help with writing the story of Micro Wars? Like, what inspirations helped with this story?
Well, that's you, Steve.
Okay, for this issue right here, or just all the ones that I put out.
Well,
so
just
far?
like the overall for Micro Wars, like what was
into-
what inspires the writing of it? Like
Mhm.
how you write it, how you structure it. What inspires that? Like, is there any inspirations you take when
well,
the writing style that you do, or is a lot of it kind of just like more so off the dome with a lot of things, like the ideas?
it's a mixture of both. What I do is I write out the ideas in Word, write out all my ideas. I talk to my other writer, Smiley, and we argue about ideas. So we gonna say, we'll argue out our points, like, hey, this would be a good idea for a story. We have to tell why, and then we just go based off that. Like, I like this idea, tell me why, with some good stakes in it, good inspirations here and here, and we just argue the whole time, just until we get a good idea, and we just write it out from there. I watch a lot of movies, anime. I watch a lot of discussions. I even talk to friends and family about, hey, don't you think this would be a good idea? And just discuss over time. It's like, hey, I think this would be good. Nah, this may be bad. Let's try something else. And I just start asking around. And then sometimes I talk to the artist like, hey, for some of the stuff that I came up with, don't you think this would be a good idea? And we just go into details and talk about it, flesh it really out into a story, until I actually sit down, take the time and write everything out.
Oh, and also like that you said, you get your family to get input on it. Well, let me ask you: was there a lot of people in your family that you would say like read comic books and stuff?
No, not really. Not really.
Like, just what I say is that's a good thing, because like
they're reading them. They're reading them now. Like, if they didn't read them back then, they are reading them now.
Okay,
Based on the fact that I'm doing it, yeah.
Because this thing, like asking people who really don't read comics, like, ideas on what you could do, because eventually they may give you ideas that can get people that don't read comics to read these stories, just in general, like any comic, not just this specific story you're doing, but comics in general, because there's still like a small portion of people that do read comics. Like, it's there, still a small portion. It could get bigger over time, but with the society we're in, there's more people that's going to absorb media through visually seeing it compared to reading. You know,
And that's a good way to have both. Like you have to have both because some
right?
people are just not going to read, but they
Yeah,
will watch it.
right. Question 3: what challenges did you face when creating a story? Like, was there any hiccups, anything that was like preventing you from trying to get this story going? Like any,
Uh,
any speed bumps in in the process?
yeah, my second issue was a huge issue because I was moving. I was moving around a lot. So, I moved to be with Mrs. Squeezy, of course. And
Shouts out Miss Squeezy.
and I was trying to put together while on the road, and it was just so hard to do. And I was like, I had to ask my other writer, like, hey, could you help me write this? Couldn't do it. Had to find multiple artists to come together. And it's like one artist got super busy, and to the point where he couldn't illustrate on the road how I was writing the story. It's like, gotta find another artist. So I met Emilio, and he helped me redo. He made it more easier for me to do.
Yeah,
Just write this. All I had to do was write the story. He took what I written, and then he drew everything that I written out, which was crazy. I was like, this is exactly how I wrote it, and it looks good.
right.
And he also gave me feedback, like, hey, some of the stuff may be good, some of the stuff may be a bad idea, or some he just introduced a whole new idea to me and explained it to me thoroughly, like, hey, how does this make sense? And I was like, wow, this works. So I had some challenges with the artist overall, just while moving and just doing business in general, trying to write it out. It it helped out, but now I got a system to where I can put a book out maybe twice a year at this point. If done right, I can do it twice a year.
Well, see, that's what and see. Well, this is for question 4 because this is going to be really for Mars when we get there. But for you to have someone that can take what you write,
Mm-hmm.
and they're a good artist, they take what you wrote and draw it. You see it and like, dang, this is what I imagined in my head.
Yeah.
Like that's see that's the type of people you want, like people that know what they doing. That's the type of you want to have around you, like people that that know what they doing, and for you to have somebody like that on your side that can just come in, see what you wrote, and then draw something, and it's exactly like how you envisioned it.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
And I think it made it easier for me because I wasn't necessarily looking for a specific style per se.
Right.
It was just more so I wanted to tell this story, and I wanted Emilio to use his style to tell that story because I fell in love with it. I was like, man, this is some good artwork. I gotta get him. I don't care what it is or anything like that, but I gotta get him. And I've been stuck with him ever since.
The widow has a question for you, Squeezy. She said,
All right.
Also, are you still thinking about your animated project, Squeezy?
Yes, I'm still planning to animate, but I'm going to take a different direction now because I've met some resources to create a. I'll tell you later, but it's gonna be we're gonna do something live action. I'll tell you after these questions are over.
All right. All right. Chilmar got a question. This for Emilio. He said, ask the real questions. What's the page rate, Emilio?
That's exclusive. I can't really tell you that right now.
He said that's exclusive.
We can't spoil that yet, Chilmar. We can't spoil it yet. You can't spoil it.
Well, we'll answer that question though. We'll answer that question.
All right, smart. All right, so this is actually question 4, but it's going to say 5, but the next one will be 5. What inspired the art style of Microwars? So when I was reading the first issue, when I saw the art, I was like, okay, this is cool. And then when I got to the second issue, there was a drastic improvement in the art style, especially the colors. I was like,
okay,
damn.
so that's a two-parter. So I can start with the first one. The initial artist was from Zimbabwe, and we talked about it. And I just wanted him to go with his initial style. It was like urban / steampunk kind of style with the first issue. And I wanted to keep that going, but I knew I couldn't do it with the exact artist because he was so freaking busy. And he's still busy to this day, but I still reach out to him to like, hey, can we do covers here? Can we do characters here? And he still helps me out when he can. But as far as illustration is concerned, it's kind of like when he has time. So
Right.
what I did was I made Emilio my star for the issue, and it's like without him, I can't make this go. Like he makes everything. He took what I had and upgraded. If you can tell, it's like
And
completely
issue two,
upgraded.
that was Emilio's debut. So let you
Yeah,
guys,
yeah. So it's like
Emilio made his debut
in
into the
issue two,
Squeezy
like
universe in issue
right.
two.
So we kept that going in the third issue, and I'm like, man, you're gonna see some things that you never even seen before, especially in the third. Like I see the changes, and it looks amazing. You can tell like
Yeah.
semi-realism, and it's like it's a mixture of anime, what you see in the comic books and manga. Is like a mixture of everything, things that we love to see, and that's all to Emilio and his art style. It was
Yeah.
more so when I decided the urban slash steampunk style. That was just something I was reading from other animes and everything like that and comic books. I was like, this is pretty cool. Mixing them both. I think Emilio can do this, and I just talked to him about it more, and he just made it happen. It was kind of easy for him to do.
So, question for Emilio:
Yep.
what inspired like your art style? You know,
Oh, for the are you talking about the book or just my style in general?
yeah, you was just your art style in general, because that's when I saw Micro Wars 2 and I
Yeah.
saw 1, just like how he Squeezy explained, you
Yeah.
know, there was that
Well,
huge drastic upgrade, especially in the coloring of it.
Yeah. I know, like well, for the book in general, like at first he kind of wanted to keep it a little bit like the first one, but he's like a little bit like the first one, but keep your style. So I was like,
Right.
I'll try and see what I can do, but that's why I wanted to like make the colors pop more, especially with the shading, the lights and darks and stuff like that. I wanted to make sure it popped. But with my style in general, definitely inspired by um, Asian mangas. I mean, almost every manga or anime I've watched, I was like, yo,
Yeah, I figured it was anime inspired because I was looking at the colors, the way the face was drawn. I was like, some
right,
anime
like
influence here.
yeah, like Fate Zero, My Hero Academia. If you got like Soul Eater, like I love how colorful and OP a lot of the attacks and the moves and how smooth it looked, and how thick and bold lines are. That's my main thing. I love like nice, thick, bold lines. But yeah, I would basically started getting serious with my style or finding my style probably about like 4 years ago. 3-4 years ago.
Right.
And since then, I've been doing that for a hot minute now. I know with I don't know if I told Steve, but like if you see my art style, my original work, I always had an issue with drawing eyes. So usually, what I would do, I would just draw like a line and a dot.
I saw
to make it easier instead of just drawing like a whole eyeball and a whole bunch of other detail. If I do that, it's just to show how intense the situation is.
Yeah.
But on regular characters, I don't do any of that. But I love drawing like characters with powers and abilities. Steve knows I love action scenes.
Man,
I love action scenes. So definitely with this third issue, you're going to see a lot more action scenes, and it's going to be very detailed.
like I told him, this is the issue that's gonna
Yeah.
put him on the map and the book series itself on the map because of how I told the story. But then I let him go crazy with the action scenes. I was like, man, this is what is needed to really grow.
And I would say this is based like from the second issue, it was like a mixture of mine and the last artist. But this third one is definitely going to be.
It's all him.
It's going to be me. So
yeah, expect him to stay around as long as he wants. That's his thing. Like this is not just me. This is his and all the people that I work with. It's a team. It's a team effort. So
right. And I like the concept and how it sounds familiar, and the character and her mentor and teacher, and of course the bad guys is in in the story too. So
right.
Yeah. Like who doesn't like a teleporter?
Right, and it's like that was my ability overall.
Be cheating out in these streets, bro.
Yeah, that was my overall ability. So I snuck that in there.
Yeah.
All right, well, Emilio, you brought it up. I can't let you get away with it. You said it. So you brought up My Hero Academia. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Oh boy.
Who's the best character? And Endeavor cannot be part of it. That's all I'm gonna say. You cannot pick Endeavor. Who's the best character of the show?
If I had to choose a character, if I had to choose a character that I really liked and was like, "Yo."
Icy hot. Icy hot.
I mean, of course, no. They Vegetaed my boy. They Vegetaed him, bro. How you have ice and fire, and your ice gets cut in half like it's glass? Like, I don't understand.
That
Like,
hey, I'm glad you because that's kind of the reason I slowed down with the show because like Deku's growing on me. She's
Yeah.
slowly growing on me.
Right.
I'm not a huge fan of Bago, but his power set is tight.
his power set is
Like
fire. It's dope.
Todoroki's my favorite character, right?
Of
I'm
course.
not here for my favorite. In my
Like, from-
favorite, he kind of got
From the tournament arc, I was like, "Yo." I started clapping after that match. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that was beautiful. I loved it." But if I had to say my favorite character, and it might be bad, I like Overhaul.
Nothing wrong with that.
oh,
I love
There's
I love
nothing
how he
wrong
was.
with that.
I love how he can basically like being a creative.
Yeah.
A person who's a creative, he can make and create anything he wants based off of however he feels, just by he has to touch you. I love how he can change terrain. He can like manifest whatever. He can and he can fuse one character with another character. He can bring you back if he wanted to. He can change your molecules and everything. But I feel like Overhaul was a really dope art. I think it's a really dope character. Like, even though he lost both his hands, that was sad. But I was like, dang, I definitely was. I loved his the character creation ability.
overall it's tight. He's OP. That fool's OP.
Yeah, definitely OP.
So he was so OP Deku had to cheat, get that power up.
Yeah, they really did push him to the side.
That plot armor came in.
Yeah, that plot armor was something else. That plot armor was something else. Matter of fact, during this interview, I might have to ask y'all a question if y'all allow it.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, we no question here will be shunned. You can ask any question here.
All right, so I do a thing on my channel and everything. It's called Hero or Villain. But in the podcast and everything, I asked people like if they had to have their own special powers and abilities, what would they be? And it could be whatever you want. Like it could be whatever you want. Like what would it be?
Just one power? Can it be a combination of powers?
It's whatever you want.
Well, I think I'd want to have like a combination of abilities.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I like to have super strength, durability, endurance,
Right.
flight. But for me to have all these abilities, I need to have durability. My body needs to be durable. So
Right.
that's the most important ability. But flight, super strength, and I do want to shoot fire. I'll shoot fire. Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the kind of abilities I want to have.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna be biased towards my hero, my character, Rashida. I'm gonna do teleportation, man. That's something I can't. I love it. It's so many things you can do with it. It's utility based, offensive, defensive. You can teleport somebody to the moon and back. Look, I'm just gonna be honest with the situation. Yeah. That's an overpowered ability.
I don't know. Did y'all watch Mob 100? Second season?
I didn't finish. I've only seen the first season.
Oh man,
I've not seen the show yet.
Oh man, there was a teleporter in there. And he went against this growing group called the Scars.
Yeah,
and he was giving them dudes the business, bro. He was giving them the business.
If I had any ability, it'd be teleportation. It's just like an all-in-one ability, and it's like, all right, cool. What's next?
Right. Because like I know we're saying the cap on that. We were asking someone, one of my other friends said the same thing. I was like, well, what would you have? Would you have Nightcrawler's teleport ability, or would you have like Jumper's teleport ability, where it's like a vacuum every time you teleport?
It'll be Jumper's, because the way Nightcrawler did it, he couldn't see. He had to see where he was going.
Yeah.
So I'll be Jumper. You can use your imagination, and not only that, you can memorize things too.
Yeah,
so
I think he could jump if he saw the picture too. If he saw a picture, he can jump there.
It'll be his.
If he can visualize it or he's seen a picture, you can jump right once.
It'll be Jumpers. It'll be Jumpers.
I just hope I just hope it's still there when you teleport there. That's the only thing.
It'll fade after a while.
Yeah.
Like,
and I feel like it's better too, because with Jumper you have kinetic energy when you teleport.
Yeah.
So you can use that definitely in the fight.
Exactly, and that's actually how Rashida's teleportation works, but it has to be trained.
Yeah.
If you're too weak or you don't have enough memory or stamina, you can't do it. So
right.
Yeah, it's basically off that.
Yeah.
Hey, I did like Jumper, but I wish that movie could have helped Sam Jackson haircut, because that white was not
That white was popping. What you talking about, Cisco?
Man, I wasn't feeling that trench coat he was wearing, man. It was too hot. He wore
Man,
a
y'all
trench.
hate you. So
He was
Jackson.
clean. He was clean. I was like, oh, why your hair white? It wasn't even. It was like, I know you dyed your hair, Sam. That ain't natural. You dyed your hair. That ain't even gray hairs. Them white hairs.
Man,
You kind of look young. It's
oh,
okay.
man.
It's
Okay, Sammy.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Sam cool. Look, I like Sam. That ain't nothing but an old Cisco, man. You know. Let me call Drew Hill real quick. Reunion.
Bro, say push my boy Todoroki to the side.
Yeah, they did. They did.
When they start, that's why I'm waiting on that new movie to come out because supposedly it's gonna be about Todoroki, Bakugo, and Deku. So it looks like
That's
Todoroki's gonna be getting some spotlight again.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
You know, the movie may not be canon. You know, any content with my boy Todoroki gets some spotlight, I'll take it.
I just need him to like start pulling up some like real dubs though.
Yo,
like,
what they did
like
to him,
they had Bakugo fight two characters. That was pretty dope too.
yeah.
And like that was fire. But they had Todoroki fight one character. But I mean, his character was pretty hard too because he could like transform in different and through the elements and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
But I feel like he was just getting beat up most of the time.
Well,
So-
it was one thing they did to Todoroki that kind of made me mad. Like, wasn't that he fought a guy named Chimera, right? He was like a half beast.
in the second movie.
He froze him from the inside out, right?
Yeah, it was from the inside
So
out.
he's supposed to
killed
be
him.
dead, right?
I think he killed him. But it like Todoroki, the problem is he couldn't handle it on his own. He was he needed the other heroes to help support and back him up. And that's why I was like, my boy Todoroki don't need all this support. Maybe one person, but he don't need all this support from these other reject heroes and shit. Todoroki got this on his own. He fire and ice.
Man, let's go to the next question. This is gonna make me hot.
Now, Squeeze, you can definitely hit this question right now.
Okay.
You can definitely hit this for sure. Question 5. What impact do you hope a story like this can leave on society? Like any type of impact, you ain't gotta get too deep with it. You can go there. What type of impact do you hope this story leaves on society?
The impact. At the end of the day, when this story is done, I want people to know that anybody of any race can be a hero. It's not just dedicated to one race. Anybody, male or female, anybody can be a hero. You just have to work hard. You have to understand that your choices does make an impact on people. Yes. And that's coming from a hero side or someone who's trying to be a hero. You have to realize, like, hey, the choices that you make impact other people.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And especially whatever background you come from.
Right.
Like you can be from slums, you can be from up top, middle class, whatever class. You can make an impact or a difference no matter where you at.
Right.
And that can be direct, and it can even be indirect. That's a lot of things you don't think about, like the indirect consequences that your actions have.
Right.
Like when you stop one person from doing something, it might affect someone else.
Exactly.
Because even though to you they might seem they're doing a bad thing, they could be benefiting and helping someone that's really in need. So every action has a reaction.
And that's pretty much the whole story of Micro Wars, you know.
Also, like, is there any other impact that you hope the story may have?
I would hope. I would like more people to read. Honestly, just I know it's kind of corny, but I would like more people to read. Like, this is a cool book.
More people need to read.
Yeah, like read the story. Like, I hope this one book will inspire other people to read books. Like, I know it's kind of corny, but yeah.
Oh no, you look, you ain't lying, because this thing, right? And this is a quick little thing. A lot of people do not like to read or seek, information that you got to read. Like, for example, you'll be someone asks a question, right?
Right.
It's like, cool, and it can be anything. Like, what is Martin Luther King's speech? And it's like they'll ask somebody, but it's like, you got a phone,
right?
Just click on it, type it in, and go read the information. But a lot of people don't want to even do that legwork. So more people do need to read. More people do need to read because they're not doing all the legwork that they need to do.
Right, right. And it was like, I have a true story. I have a fan. She's like almost 50 now. She's like 48, 49. and
shouts out to her.
she never read a comic book a day of her life, but she loves these books. I was like, yo, you're reading these? She's like, yeah. Like I normally watch stuff on Netflix or whatever, but I love reading these books. So that's the thing. Like I want everybody in the community to read. People like me, other people, just pick up a book and read it.
Especially honestly, you know, and this is just in the Black community, like more people do need to read.
Yeah.
Not saying that we're not. I'm not saying that we're not capable of reading, but like more of us need to read though.
Yeah,
like not just like read the information that they give us in schools. I mean, like going out to the libraries and stuff, your local library, or it can be going on Google and just look, like just seeking more information.
Yeah,
because a lot of people, they will go through life and just go through just a basic education, which is school.
right.
But not try to further that education by doing just a little bit more.
Exactly, just a little bit.
More
And
things,
it's like
going to the library, looking up some random books, because the it's like this. Some people go to prison, right? And they probably never was deep into books. They're surrounded by a bunch of books. They come out, and they'll come out with
newfound knowledge,
literature that they learn and stuff, new knowledge.
Right.
And that's because they was seeking more stuff. They chose to seek more stuff because they want to gain more of that knowledge.
Yeah, it's like
knowledge is power. Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. Like shout out to Reading Rainbow, man, because I pick up a book first chance I get. Even though I write books, like comic books, I still read. I read manga. I still read directions. Look, I gotta look at GPS.
I read directions.
Like it's a lot. Like a manual will take you so far, bro.
Like it's like, hey, don't judge me, but I gotta say, everybody know what's up. Sometimes I'll just be reading people fan fictions or random fan fictions on freaking Google, like of just anything. Be let's say all right, regular show fan fiction, and I'll just read it. Like I'll just be so interested in, and if I truly want to seek more, I just read it. It can be anything. Like just reading more of just about anything, your knowledge is going to grow. It's going to grow. It ain't going to grow if you just like doing all the basics and not even just doing the basics. You're going to have the basic knowledge.
Yeah. I know, like because I draw, I'm always drawing and doing illustrations all the time. It's kind of hard for me to just actually just like sit there and read something. So I sometimes I don't mind when someone's like having a comic book and they're reading it, and as long as they got like the right energy or whatever while reading it.
Like
and, back and forth. Yeah, I'll listen to that. Or like, what I really like, I'll read a comic book on YouTube, but they have like this nice dramatic music behind it.
Right.
And the music goes with the comic book. So I'm like, while I'm reading, I was like, oh snap. Okay. That's like, Record of Ragnarok. I read the manga on YouTube, but it had this like real dramatic music behind it. So I was like, this is fire. I'm loving it. Can't wait for the anime to come out. Right. But I guess because when I was reading it in my head, and I saw the anime, I was like, I don't know. Like I don't feel like it's exactly what I pictured.
See?
Well, yeah.
That's the thing. The mind it can trick you.
Yeah.
That's why I say
my mind was going crazy.
It's like when you read regular books, just regular books, not even comic books.
Yeah.
And they make a movie about it.
Yeah.
You read it and they describe something, and there's sometimes they don't describe stuff, and you gotta like really use your head to imagine how the scene goes.
Yeah.
And like this how the scene gotta go. They do a movie about it.
Yeah.
That scene like a whole 180. It ain't even that good as what you imagine. It's like, dang.
Right. Like it's only a few shows that actually like when you watch the movie, it's like, okay, that's exactly what happened. But like I didn't read all of it, but like Demon Slayer, I was trying to catch up and see what's going on. But I was like, then I would start watching the anime and reading at the same time. I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna stop reading the anime because I kind of really want to be more surprised by the animation than reading it. That's like one of the only things.
Yeah. That's why usually for me, like Attack on Titan, I started like the first issue, and I'm waiting until the show is done to watch it all.
Same here too.
Read it. Like I don't want to be spoiled because I cover that content on my channel. and it's disingenuous to my audience if like I already read the story and I say like it's like I already know how each episode's gonna play out because Attack on Titan is pretty accurate to its manga from what I have seen. It's been pretty accurate. They're literally pulling stuff right out the manga, putting it on the screen. Maybe with slight little tweaks, but it's still pretty much the same thing. But I want to be surprised.
Right.
I can go and spoil myself now and look at the ending, look at the final chapter, but I don't want to.
Right. Even with My Hero Academia, I was like, no, let me stop reading because they already done it. So I was like, okay, I could know right now, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna discipline myself.
Hey, it's hard. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be on YouTube searching up Attack on Titan, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna tell you what it was. They spoiled me. I got spoiled. I literally typed in Attack on Titan Reiner versus because I was looking, I want to see one of Reiner versus Eric. I got spoiled on the final chapter. Like someone really wrote spoiler.
And you already watched the last episode, right?
Yeah.
So you already know it's about to go down.
Yeah, like I know tidbits. It's not a huge spoiler. It's like a little thing. It's like a little thing. I'm like, oh yeah, finally, it's something I get to see. Like I always wanted to see this. It's not. Like
I've been waiting, especially at the level we're at right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, it was no huge story spoiler that's like hugely impacts the story, but it's like it's something I always wanted to see, and they did it. But it's like I didn't even want to see it yet. Like, come on.
Okay. Yeah, it happens. I mean, people spoil it for you. It's like, you know what? I just gotta roll with it.
Sure, I might have to find that person. Crack some skulls a little bit.
Look.
I ain't gonna hurt nobody.
It's supposed to be the peace.
Question 6. Now this is for both you guys. What's your favorite comic book in general? Ooh. If you can give me a top 3, go ahead. But if you just have one off the top of your dome that you can give,
I have 2. That's Static Shock and Spider-Man.
Yeah, definitely. I've always been like Spider-Man fan, like almost, but any Venom comic books. I've always been up on that, and I love. I forgot which issue it was where they give like Venom God powers, and I was like, oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I was really in love with that one.
Yeah,
and then. And even with like the one I was saying before with the regular Ragnarok, reading it, I love because I love Greek mythology, like dealing with gods and stuff like that. Yeah. So I feel like it was brilliant how they took like human heroes and had them go against like gods and and had them fight each other in tournament form. I thought it was brilliant. And
isn't a record of Ragnarok on Netflix?
No, yeah, it's on Netflix.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
But definitely, I believe that. Definitely, I believe it's better if you read it than if you watch it. I mean, it's good. It's good on Netflix, but like I said, my mind was going crazy when I was reading it. So I was like, "Yo, this is." Plus, there are more episodes in there. What are you doing?
I think for me, Mars with Netflix and their like, I just don't like Netflix's style to use. They use a lot of 3D animation for their animes, and I'm 2D. I'm in the 2D anime and stuff, and it's like I understand 3D makes a lot of things easier for them, but that 2D, there's something about 2D that's just so much more expressive than that 3D animation. And it's not even like 3D, it's like the 3D CGI type of animation where it's kind of looks weird.
Yeah, like for the characters or just for like the backgrounds?
Well, just in general, like with a lot of the most recent Netflix anime, they have been using that 3D CGI a lot.
Yeah, like because I don't mind. I don't mind if they do it for the backgrounds, but it's for the characters that makes it weird for me.
Yes. Yeah, it's the characters. It feels funny.
Like that Berserk.
I didn't like that.
Reboot. I was like, I can't even watch it. It was looking funky. It was looking weird.
I told him I watched.
They look cheap. It was looking a little cheap right now.
Like his hair looks, like in 2D, don't make your hair flow and stuff. Don't show it how flow in the wind. His hair was looking stiff. It like the wind come by, it don't even flow. It was just too stiff for me. It's that 3D CGI is a little bit too stiff. That 2D, there's more life to it. It's more life to it, and you can express yourself far better.
Yeah, it's a little bit too much for me.
Clone Wars is a good example of like good 3D.
Yeah, Clone Wars is solid. Clone Wars is definitely a solid 3D animation film. Oh, another one would be I like the new Voltron they have. That's solid. I like that. It's a mixture of 2D and 3D.
And even the those Final Fantasy movies, if y'all seen them, a lot of 3D CGI.
Oh yeah,
ones.
that's
Most-
like
Those are
top
like
tier.
clean. That type of 3D CGI I want to see. Like if they do
Yeah.
it, that's the type I want. If you
Yeah, that's definitely top tier
you
type
gotta
stuff.
do it
right
like that.
Yeah.
What up, Tony?
What's up, Tony? That's the homie right there, man.
Now this is a big one, and I got another question to bounce off of this one.
Okay.
This is it's a big one. Would you like to see this adapted as a show or a movie? Or
See, I'm glad you asked that question, K. Dot. So, come April, I want to say April 24th, I have an event. I'm going to do a book signing in my hometown.
Yeah.
But when I'm there, I'm going to meet some movie producers there and see if I can actually adapt my comic book into a short series or a movie.
right.
So that's coming soon. So stay tuned for that. A short live action series with live effects. So I'm looking forward to that. Either one will be a blueprint for animation is just too expensive right now. So I'm gonna bite the bullet, try live action, but I'm gonna heavy dose it with special effects. And that should be a good blueprint for animation.
Yeah, like doing short films is actually a good thing.
Yeah.
because I'm not sure if y'all seen that Netflix show Raising Dion.
Yeah, I have. That's
So
actually
that
good.
got greenlit because of the short film that was on YouTube. It's like a short little films, like 6 minutes,
Right.
and it inspired them to finally do the show on Netflix. So so in lot, they're nothing wrong doing these little short series and stuff because once it gets noticed, people are like, okay,
So that's the
let's take
plan.
to an even bigger concept.
Yeah, that's the
Let's
plan,
go
the
to
future
content.
plan. We're gonna adopt the first issue and turn that into a pilot episode, and then I'm gonna do my best to make a what you call it, a GoFundMe or something like that. So take the 3 books, the pilot, and try to get as much notice as possible to make the rest of it either a show or a movie. It doesn't really matter.
Okay. Now let me ask you, because this is also important. So how much involvement and control would you need to, like, let's say someone picks it up
Okay.
and they want to give you all the tools to make this. How much control do you want to have, and how much are you willing to like give up just a little? Let's say a director. Like you may not want to direct it, but you may definitely want to be in there making sure the writing is going to be good.
Okay.
If you have to have a director for it, let's say a movie, what director would you want to direct this? Direct it as a movie?
He's kind of old now, man. I was gonna say Steven Spielberg, but he's kind of old. But I will go with Chris.
You gotta get his old ass while he's good.
I will go with Christopher Nolan because I actually enjoyed the Dark Knight series. That was pretty cool. I will go with him, and then I would like to have 50% of control. The other half, you can do whatever you want at that point.
Okay. Would you want Nolan to like have to ground your story or do it because you're gonna be writing it, but the director's gonna have to like visually map it out.
I would
you
like
want him to kind of ground the story or make sure to keep the fantasy of it when he's doing it? Because him and his brother will like make sure to help you craft a good story for the film. You'd have to make changes, but would you want him to ground it? Put a little bit more realism into it, or go all full on fantasy, or try to mix it up like he did the Dark Knight series?
I will go for a little bit to get it going. I will start off grounded, but as it elevates, go into fantasy.
Okay.
So start off grounded and then work my way up towards the fantasy piece.
Got it. Now for a show. Now, a show is different. Sometimes a lot of shows nowadays have like different directors doing each episode. So not to make it too complicated, but if it was like to make a show 6-episode series, what directors would you like to see like cover certain episodes? Or would you want one director to cover a large
The-
amount, let one come in? Like, what directors would you want to
The
see
Russo
cover the
brothers.
show?
The Russo brothers. I have them directed because they do great action pieces.
Yeah.
And with storytelling combined with the action pieces, I think it'll be great.
Now, I think didn't the Russo brothers used to do like TV? They did some TV stuff before.
They did, but I think they really focused on the movies
Okay.
going forward. Or, I take that back. I can't remember the director from Stranger Things. That's some great storytelling.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know the person's name, but
I can't remember off the top of my head, but either the Russo brothers or the director from Stranger Things would be a nice fit.
Mars, did you want to get in on this? Did you want to get in on this question?
I think he stepped out.
I would say,
Well, let me ask you this: if Michael Wars got adapted as a movie, what director would you want to see direct the story?
how I see, like, I'm a big fan of hold on, my son is like going left and right. I would really like to see the movie by Zach from when he made Justice League.
Yeah.
Oh, Zack Snyder.
Yeah. So the way how the book has been written, I'm a big fan of like dark gray movies and shows. I think Micro Wars would look really dope. It was like a dark type of feel.
Oh, so you want to kind of have a vision like how Zack Snyder does his movies, like Man
Yeah.
of Steel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that, or how how he redid the Justice League movie. It was, I mean, it was long as hell, but I was like, okay, the visuals was much better.
Yeah, he put it back in his original like visual style.
Yeah. So yeah,
And
I feel like with that, I feel like it would look really dope.
Yeah.
And if it was a show, because with shows like that, I Told Squeezy, they got sometimes I have a different director for each episode. But if you had control of it, what directors or one director would you put in place if this was like a 6-episode series? Say first season, 6 episodes, just to keep it simple.
Okay.
We're not trying to hit that CW, do like 2 and 3 episodes and stuff. Drag it.
With like the Flash.
With the Flash.
I mean, hey, if it's if you want it to be a long series, it's up to you.
The main thing, who was the ones that directed Daredevil?
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
Who was the one that directed? Whoever made like the Marvel series on Netflix, like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and all that. Whoever directed those movies or shows, I would love that person to do that show, the Micro Wars TV show.
I'm inclined to agree with Mars on that one because I was
again, it was dark, it was gritty, it had a little comedy every now and then, but and the fight scenes, especially for Daredevil, was, and oh my god, the Punisher series was, I was like, loved it.
I'm still finishing up Daredevil at the moment. I do not like how the MCU did my boy Kingpin dirty. Got beat up by a sidekick. I was salty. I ain't gonna lie, I was salty. I was like, this is the same Kingpin that had my boy Daredevil really just shaking. He just beat the mess out of him. Had to jump out the window into the water because I can't take this dude on. And then I saw him in the MCU with Hawkeye. I was like, dang, he back. He about to mess up Kate. Okay, for sure. He gonna play around with his food today. It's okay. All right, cool. He gonna play around with his food. But no, I'm still finishing up Daredevil. I finished up Punisher, but I do need to finish up Daredevil.
I'm definitely agree with Mars on that one. Daredevil director would be great.
Oh, so for the most part, you would like. So I'm guessing you want like this it to be R-rated.
Or
like more of like how Nolan did it, like hard PG-13, like when he did.
A hard PG-13, because I want everyone to enjoy it.
Yeah. We all want to see.
Yeah, but give us enough stakes to where I guess as I grow in books and I may change my direction, but a hard PG-13 will be solid.
Yeah. So that was Man of Steel was PG-13, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So it's
Yeah.
BVS. BVS, that was PG-13 too.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, as long as those action scenes are right, I wouldn't have no problems.
Yeah, that's definitely that for action, superhero show or movie. Definitely action scenes is
Have to be.
is my thing.
That's the
Like
biggest.
for her character especially, I'm gonna need her hand-to-hand action scenes to be on point. Like Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
I was like,
that Bucky and Cap fight.
that's why I said Russo
one
brothers.
of the best hand-to-hand combat sequences in a movie. I
Agreed.
was like,
I agree.
bro, for Marvel, let's say that for Marvel.
I think that's still the best. I still think that's still the best action scene in the MCU. That Cap versus Bucky. That choreography, that was too clean. Because what I like about that choreography, and that's to do a lot with the camera angles and stuff, and the Eastern Asian directors, like when they do stuff like Ray, they capture it better. Is that a lot of action in Hollywood is jump cut. It's a lot of jump cuts. You can barely see what's going on. But when that whole scene was directed, you can see the camera was panning out. It wasn't cutting too much. It was letting you see the fight. Like if you've seen Aquaman, James Wan and his team did that action, had the camera literally spinning around, watching the whole fight going, and there was no breaks. I was like, that's the type of action I need to see in our Hollywood movies, because they be lacking that stuff. They be doing all these jump cuts and stuff. It's like when they do them jump cuts, it's like, oh, that you can't fight.
Right.
There's a reason they do a jump cut, because he can't fight.
Yeah, that's why what is it? The Falcon Winter Soldier? They did a lot of jump cuts on that one, especially for Falcon part. Because
hey, I like that show, but they need to get Falcon powers, bro. He can't fight. He getting beat up. If you see the last episode, this dude Falcon is over fighting Batroc. It's like probably taking him 10 minutes. Bucky over fighting 3 dudes at a time, taking them down. Like, Falcon, hurry up, bro. You still fighting this one person. Bucky over there need help. Hurry up. Taking long to beat up that one person.
Like,
that's what happened.
It was trying to perfect that one flip with the shield throw for like the whole episode. I was like, all right, so you got it. What else you gonna do, bro? Like, what else? His best move is that fly-in drop kick. That's all he got, bro.
Hey, look.
I think one of my favorites, it's just a little thing. My favorite shot was when he was running out the window. He threw the shield and then caught it as he was flying out. I was like, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, Falcon.
That was boss move right there.
Trying to flex and stuff, trying to go like, hey, I'm cooler than Steve. He trying to do his little thing. I see him.
He trying.
Like, nah, you ain't Steve, bro. You ain't Steve.
He tries.
He tried though. He did. He did a little something.
Well, real quick, let me ask you this. I'm not sure if you guys seen it. Not to derail quick for the next 3 questions, but for Captain America 4, the person who's going to be writing it, pretty much said, I'm not sure if y'all seen it, but they want Falcon as a character to struggle more into the Captain America mantle.
Okay.
Now, the way they phrased it, I took a little bit issue with it because it's like we seen Falcon. Well, yeah, and it's like we seen Falcon for 10 years. He been putting in work since Winter Soldier, and he just had a whole show to go through his struggle of getting ready to become Captain America. Yeah. And it's like, and look, I love Steve. I love me some Steve, but Steve just did one thing, and like, hey, he became Captain America day one. But it's like Falcon shouldn't still, it's like, why do Falcon?
He still got to prove himself. Because he ain't got no powers.
It's like to me, I'd rather have Bucky have the shield because he got powers and stuff. But Falcon, to me, he been proved himself, like sticking by Steve like that through thick and thin. When they was on the run, like I was just like, he don't need to prove himself no more. He proved himself. Falcon before he got the shield.
Falcon does out of everybody, Falcon deserves the mantle. Let's just say that he deserves the mantle. He doesn't have to prove himself anymore. But Bucky needs to show the struggle. It'll be work for him more because he's still an outcast and he still has blood on his hands. So showing him struggle to earn that title will be better.
Because he, people still know that he was the assassin that was going around killing people. All this stuff got leaked, and having that type of burden on you. Knowing on this, I would see Bucky struggling more with that mantle, trying to prove himself because people like, oh, but you're nothing but a cold-blooded killer, and Bucky trying to prove to people that that's not me. that was never me. I was under control. Like that would be a bigger struggle. I understand Falcon's struggle, you know, to being Black as Captain America, but for me, real quick, the show for me did not really touch upon people being against him being Captain America because he's Black. The only person who did it was Isaiah, and that's it. And I was like, it's not enough to keep you from being Captain America. Like, you know, because out in the final episode, I was waiting for like, all right, one white person finna say some racist shit. What are you gonna say? I was like, now it's like, dang, all right, everybody cool with it. Shoot, I was out because we did the speech. I was waiting for one racist white person to say some shit. Squeeze, I was waiting. I was like, we're gonna say it.
I mean,
we're gonna say it.
It's a different, based on how the show is written, it's basically a different time now. No one really,
no one really be against it and stuff.
Yeah,
you know, be people that's against it, but not as heavy as if like when Isaiah was growing up. He was in Vietnam. It was really testing on him, locked him up for years, and was testing on him, and you know, basically treat him like he was just a lab rat.
Yeah, it was a test. It was a test.
Right. Question 8. Now this is might be a little doozy. But are Black comic book characters properly being represented today, or do we still need bigger improvements? Like, do you think at the moment there's like the representation is like good enough, or could there be more? Like, there can always be more, but do you think at the moment the Black representation is like it's enough, or there needs to be even more like what's done to improve it?
Without me? Oh, sorry. I
feel like it's getting better, but I feel like we still need Hollywood's still gonna do Hollywood. They trying to get the bag.
I'm gonna say, go ahead, Mars. Go ahead.
But I'm waiting. Honestly, I'm waiting for them to bring out Icon.
Yes, hurry up! The only time he got justice was in Young Justice. The only time I really seen him adapt.
Yeah, because Icon, I think he was he's an alien when he came to Earth, but he came during slavery times.
Right.
So he took the form of the first thing he saw, and it was slaves. Yeah. So I was like, I think I'm ready for that movie to come whenever it comes out.
Oh yeah.
Now, and I hope they're gonna do justice. But yeah, I feel like when that movie comes out, that's gonna be. I'm hoping it was gonna be powerful.
Well, I'm not sure if you saw the DC fandom panel, but Milestone at the last one, they had a big panel to really introduce this animated project that they got coming. Supposedly, we still have a live action Static Shock movie coming.
Yes.
After Blue Beetle, because Blue Beetle's coming next year, and I'm ready for live action Static Shock. Hope they cast. I want them to cast a dude that does the voice for Miles Morales as a Static.
To answer your question, are Black comic characters probably being represented today? Are you talking about in mainstream or just period?
Just in general.
In general, I'm gonna just be honest.
I mean, it doesn't go back as comics, like even mangas. Like,
okay, I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, mangas. No, I don't think in mangas. No.
In mangas, no, but you see them. But in the indie world, indie comics, I see plenty. They just not being noticed. There's plenty of Black heroes out there, comic books. Even with the guy from Black Sands, he says this all the time. There's plenty of them out there. They're just not being noticed or being picked up. There's so much content. So I have to say yes. It's just people have to pick and choose what they want to read and what they don't want to read. As far as mainstream, we can't necessarily control what they do. They like what they like, and that's just that.
Right. So, also, that's the thing too. Like I understand, like in the mainstream, the representation it needs to be done a little bit better. But like people, and we just brought it up. There'd be so much indie stuff,
man.
That people know it's there, but they just don't want to support it because it ain't popular right now.
Yeah, it's not gonna bring in the money. If it's going to bring in the money, then they'll bring it up.
I had to be totally honest with you all. It's like I've been to so many events. I even started stuff on my own. I support indie comics to the fullest, like Mars stuff, Elements, Ace Blade. It's so many. These are actual comics that I own from different indie creators and who have their own stuff. So I was like, hey, Freaks Come Out Night. That's one of my favorites right now. It's so many creators out there. Just people just gotta pick up and read. And it's not hard to support. What's $5, what's $10 to pick up a book and support your creator.
Right.
Now
People just gotta go out there and
some.
look for it.
Yeah, you gotta go out and look. Come out to the events. Show some love, man. Show some support. Support your indies. Support your local creators because they're creating content that you want to see.
And also another thing, people need to be more patient with stories and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
people want stuff that took like 60 years for another character to be done in like 2 or 1. Like, no,
because
it's
most
like,
of these people are short-handed. It's like me. I have a 4-man crew,
right.
and it's like I come up with the stories. Or me and my buddy Smiley, we come up with the stories, and then I have 2 artists that I work with. And by the time we get the stories to them, it will take us from a month total to come up with a solid story that we want to write. And then I give it to them to write, to draw it out. It takes about 4 to 6 months to draw everything out. So it takes time. And this is a crew of 4.
Right.
It's a crew of 4 people here just to create a story. So, yeah, people who are into the comic books, I'm gonna just say this and be totally honest. Support your local comic book artists. Go to your local comic book stores and support, because what you're not getting on the big screen or from the big 2 or big 3, just you can get it from your indies because there's so many people out there. Just support us.
Yep, you guys go seek. Don't wait for stuff to come to you, fall in your lap, because that's not how life works. A lot of the time, some stuff just straight up fall in your lap. Like,
True.
Sometimes, hey, if you remember that boy who found that money and took it to the police,
bruh.
I was like, boy, if you was my son, if I knew you and you found money on the ground,
man,
police talking about, here, Mr. Officer, I'm just trying to be a good little boy. You better bring that shit home. Don't take that to the police. It's our money now.
Man,
but shout out to little boy for doing the right thing. But
doing the right thing. Look,
blew my mind. Talking about, I had this whole bag full of money, I just wanted to return it to the cops and stuff. Make sure I get it back to the right person. So, yeah.
Look, I got student loans that need to be paid. Look, man, look.
Question 9. Real quick before we continue, I do want to play the Micro trailer again, just to give people that's already been watching the stream, we'll keep them updated on what we got here. So let's play it one more time.
Hey, Rashida here. You don't know me, but I want to get to know you. Do you want to know my story? If so, see how I go through trial and error to become a superhero. Join me and experience the world of Micro Wars. Fight the good fight. See different perspectives on what really goes on when people get access to superpowers. Help me stop the evil Mr. Slim from taking over the city. And guess what? There are ways you can help. You can join our Facebook page, Micro Wars, buy a book, or even buy some of our merch from our website. So we thank you guys so much. We can't wait to hear from you guys. Catch you on the inside.
Oh, man.
Watch out for the MCU fans listening in your driveway.
Oh, man, I appreciate you showing the commercial again. Shout out to my voice actor. The person who's doing the voice acting for the commercial is the actual voice of Rashida.
Okay.
We're working on some anime stuff. We're working on a bunch of things. Shout out to Ebony for that. I love you. Have a good one. Also happy birthday too.
Happy birthday, Ebony.
Yeah, so it was pretty solid.
Let's get the 2 more questions and then a bonus question.
All right, cool.
Question 9. Did you model your lead character after any famous female comic characters that you know? Or male too, male or female, but did you?
No, I didn't. It was actually no female, but actually male. It was actually after Eddie Murphy's character, Axel Foley from Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, her name is Rashida Foley. So she kind of has that mentality of Beverly Hills Cop a little bit. Because I'm a huge fan of the series, the movie series, and it's like that theme song, and he's just investigating stuff. So I like his character. He was no nonsense, always getting down to the bottom of everything. As far as movies is concerned, and then I say characters, it'll be between Static and Rogue. Was a little bit of Rogue in there. Like as far as what I looked about, it was a little bit of Rogue, but I didn't really model her after her. It was just a quick glance, like, oh wait, she kind of looks like Rogue a little bit. But it was mainly off the guys, like Axel Foley and Static. So yeah.
Okay. Axel Foley and Static. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Would you, in like earlier drafts and stuff, was there possibly any other inspirations before you got your actual inspiration for Rashida?
Yeah, shout out to my sketch artist Kevin Malone. He helped me with that because he loved Chun-Li, so he told me about her. He was like using her as the model for him. We both compared sketches because I did mine and then he did his. I'm like, these looks pretty good. He did Chun-Li and a couple other X-Men characters, so I thought that was pretty solid.
I have one last question before we get to the bonus. This is question 10. The big boy. The big boy. This might I'm not trying to put you in a little doozy, but this one may have you like
a doozy, huh?
It might be a doozy. Well, let's see. Question 10. In 5 or 10 years, can be whatever you want. Where do you hope to see Micro Wars at in 5 or 10 years?
In 5 to 10 years. I would like to have at least a complete series done books wise. No, I want 2 seasons of books done, an animated series, and a feature film.
Sorry about that, guys.
That's where I see Micro Wars, and maybe expand into a full-on studio to where I could maybe take on other books at that point. I think I forgot what it's called, a publisher, maybe turn it into a publishing company and just find other indie creators and like put them under the Micro Wars brand. Like, hey, we can help you out. I think that'd be more consistent for Emilio as far as an artist, not only creating other books, his own, that's consistent money in his pocket, and we're creating other books that we want to create. And I think that'll be pretty solid in like 5 to 10 years.
Cool. And you know what? Look, I'm gonna say this, like, you guys, we don't know how big this is gonna go. We don't know how long it'll take for Micro Wars to get where it's gonna get, but it's Black history in the making. Yeah. It's already Black history. It's already noted. It's noted here. We're gonna see where it's gonna go from here.
It's something that I thought about. Yeah, it's certain things that I wanted. Like I said, I wanted animated series. So that was number 1. A feature film is number 2. Maybe 1 to 2 seasons of it. That'll be solid. My work is done type situation, or just turn it into a publication company full and full. And like, hey, here's my company. I would like to put you under the Micro Wars brand, and let's help you put out your book. I think that does do good for the community. So we'll see. I don't know. It's just some ideas.
Emilio, where do you hope to see Micro Wars in like 5 or 10 years from now?
Yes, like kind of the same thing what he said too. Like definitely be a brand where it's known on in the mainstream world. Like I wanted to have the seasons where it has animations and comics and so on. Okay, thank you. Definitely has scenes, animations, and comics. I would love to see go to like a little book signing or like Comic-Con and see people actually wearing like the outfits for the characters. So yeah, that'd be dope. Like, yo,
as you saw,
so definitely that would be dope. I do hope
Yeah.
I do hope that it takes on a bigger platform
Right.
in 5 to 10 years though. I do want
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, because right now I'm looking at the numbers. It's on Webtoons, but I make most of my money off the streets. I'm just gonna be totally honest. Like most of my fans are on the streets, so it's like I have 2,800 people that's on Webtoons following me, which is pretty good. And then, but when I get to the locals, that's what a love is. It's like, oh, you made this? Like this is amazing. Like I go to my hometown, I go to where I am now, LA, Atlanta. I've been to so many people, met so many places, met so many people, and it's like, man, this is a great experience. Who would have thought like that many people love to read comics? Is it the fact that a black man is creating it? I don't know, or is just they're really interested in the actual book? I'm not really sure.
Hey, look, sweetie, I'll say this. I got this dude in my job with me. Man, Zoo. Oh, so old. His back done. He old. Man, he asked me a question the other day. He was talking about, who win the fight, Darkseid or Galactus. I said, Darkseid, bruh.
Darkseid.
Still over Cap talking about Galactus, this Galactus. I'm like,
Yeah.
Darkseid, bruh. Get that
Darkseid
Galactus out of here.
his actual body is as big as the whole planet. So
Darkseid is overpowered.
no, yeah, he's bigger than the planet. He's OP power.
But the guy, he's more of a Marvel dude. But I was like, it's cool because like I never talk about comic books with someone of that age. Like he's like same age as my dad. He old. Like I was like,
Right.
oh, you still into it?
Yeah.
He be just reading comics at work and stuff. We on the computer and stuff, and we supposed to be working. But
I do love the shift how things are now.
Yeah.
Like back when I used to talk about anime or comic books or superhero characters, it's like, oh, why are you talking about that? Well, that's all you talk about. Now it's like
everybody
you not talking about comics. You not talking about anime.
It's nice to.
Who are
it's
you?
refreshing because I used to get when I was younger. I was kind of like I won't say bully. It was just weird. Like, why are you reading that stuff? I like what I like because I was a hustler in school. So all I did was like hustle and read comics. So that was my thing. I was known for that. It's like, why are you reading that junk? So I was like, it's just what it is.
And I think I can probably relate, but this is the common shit I used to always hear. What's that weird shit you reading, bro?
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Let me read my shit.
Like, let me read. Bro.
I gotta be weird.
Right. Like, why you what are you drawing? Why you always drawing those kind of characters?
Right.
I was like,
I'd be like, what you need, bro? What you need? I got
right.
the cookies, I got the brownies. Look, let me read my book. Like, what you want? Like, I'm just selling stuff to y'all. It's funny, man.
And then the thing is too, when you try to explain it to them, they're not even listening, and it's like no point. It's like they ask you, I know what that weird shit is you reading. You try to explain it, and you see them. It's like you're not even paying attention. I'm explaining it to them.
I remember because like in art school, I used to get done with my projects first all the time. So I just like take myself outside and start drawing outside in the hallway, and like people come up like, "Yo, that's dope. What are you drawing?" And I explain to them what it is. They're like, I'm like, all right. So what I just say, like repeat what I just said. What is this now? Since I just told you.
Right.
And it's like now I'm glad we're at a point where people do care more. Like if you were to try to explain that to somebody, it would actually care. Like they may ask some follow-up questions, like more stuff. Most people back then used to ask people about the type of stuff. Y'all like.
What trips me out the most? Was the people who don't care, like don't read comics, but they care the most. I don't know why, but it's true. They do not read comics worth a damn, but they care about it. I think it's because they have kids or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. And the reason I got exposed to this because I used to work for a guy when I was in Atlanta, and he found out I made comic books, and because I was selling them on the job, I was just selling them.
He was like,
"Oh, you sell comics? Yo, let me slide one of those at like $5." He gave me a book. I was just selling. He's like, "Man, I don't really like comics books like that, but I got kids." And he bought like a whole stack from me and just gave them to his kids. I was like, wow. These folks don't care, but they care. I think it's because of the kids. Like they care for their kids.
Yeah, because it's like it.
I think half of the kids, but also pop culture. It's now being a nerd is pop culture now.
Right.
Like you got these OnlyFans characters dressing up as
Oh yeah.
you got people dressing up as
I-
Street Fighter,
cosplay,
female
bro.
Street Fighter characters,
Alright.
Darkstalker characters,
Right.
all kinds of characters. And they making bank because they pay attention to what the market likes, and they know. Like, I don't know if I can say this on with the platform, but like you get a nice big titty character from any anime, let's say Bleach, and put her on a kimono or whatever like that, and boom, you got a celebrity right there popping.
Basically, yeah.
And I'll say this. I love seeing our cosplayers do their thing. I saw this one girl. She looking cute. Man, she did the most blasphemous shit I ever seen. She did some Iron Man cosplay. Iron Man shoot his repulsor blast. She gonna sit here and go.
I saw that video. I saw that video.
I was like,
I saw that video.
I felt bad for her. I was
I
like, I
felt
hope
so-
she's joking. I
was
think she was legit serious.
Yeah, I was like, oh god.
I was happy
Bruh.
at the confidence she did to put that on and actually do her thing.
Right.
But the fact that we could tell she didn't know who was who.
Yeah,
admire the
she's
confidence,
only
but
doing
dang.
it because everybody likes it. That's what I'm saying. Everybody that was, like us is trying to be like us. And when we give them more thorough details about certain things or characters, they're like, well, I ain't never seen that. Like, of course you don't know that.
Right. It's
Why
either
would
either you got it or you don't. It's just the
Yeah.
reality of it.
It's like they just see it from the surface. They don't
Yeah.
dive into it. They don't get deep. They just see
Yeah.
the surface.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was funny. I was like, yo, what?
That was wild. That
Like,
was
Bert?
wild.
What was that?
So I do have a big final question. This is a bonus. This
Okay.
is kind of off topic. We can
Bonus round.
get ready to wrap up this stream too. But this is a big question.
Drum roll, please.
This is a big week. Well,
Right,
Monday. Once it becomes Monday, it's gonna be a big week. It's gonna be a big Tuesday for me. But what's your final expectations for the Batman coming next week?
Bruh.
It officially draws March 4th, but I'm going to the March 1st showing. But what's your expectations?
I'm gonna just come out and say it. I'm not interested in this movie. I think it's gonna be subpar, and I'm only saying that because I saw. You've seen the animated movie Batman Hush, right? If you pay attention to that trailer, they're literally the same. I'm like, they're just making a live adaptation of the animated version, and I like the animated version. So I'm like, it's gonna be mediocre at best.
Hey,
Zoe,
man, like
Zoe,
that Batman Hush movie.
right? Zoe can't save this film. I'm sorry, bro.
I'm just tired of Batman and Superman.
I am
Only
I
one
am.
making movies.
I am. I'm very tired of it.
It's
Yeah,
We
it's
need
been
more characters.
there's been a new Batman almost every year.
I'm sick of Batman.
I'm tired of Batman.
For me, I'm excited for the movie, but like Batman and Spider-Man, it's like characters been rebooted and overdone a
Yeah.
lot.
Now the Spider-Verse stuff like that. I love Spider-Man. I'm down for all that stuff like that.
yeah,
but like-
just,
But with like, if you're gonna keep bringing Batman, like bring out some of his other darker characters that he goes up against.
yeah,
Like
I
don't
want
know.
I want a Clayface movie. I
yeah,
haven't gotten it.
I'm waiting on that too.
I'm ready for a good Killer Croc one.
But the director of Matt Reeves with his Batman movie, he said they already greenlit the sequel, so it's like it's gonna happen. He wants to do Mr. Freeze,
Oh, that'll be.
and he wants to
beautiful.
bring it, and he wants to do a Robert Pattinson wants to do a Robin. Matt Reeves didn't say if he want to do Robert Pattinson say he want to bring in he want to do a Robin. So
yeah, but
We'll see.
yeah, but just Batman, Superman, Wonder. Oh God,
Hmm.
Wonder
I
Woman.
don't know.
I'm just not
That's too
interested.
much, man.
I'm not interested in any of the Justice League characters. Let's say
Okay,
that. I'm not interested in any of them.
hey,
Unless it's Justice League Dark. Then you got me.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm not you, Just League. I seen an animated movie, but I thought it was kind of shady that they put
Bruh.
Batman in the forefront. That was kind of shady.
That
put
was
him in
messed up.
they put in the cover. I was like, this is just a Batman movie.
Man,
But I say that, but anything got Constantine in it, I'm there.
I love Constantine. I recently just watched those movies. I became a fan of
Yeah.
Constantine.
Yeah.
I like his nonchalant attitude. I like
Constantine
the
is
fact that he's a risk
basically
taker.
Yeah, Constantine is basically Batman but magic, and he can't. But he can't fight as good. But his magic abilities is top tier.
He ain't. I don't think he has nothing on Doctor Fate though. But yeah,
No,
he is.
Doctor Fate is definitely OP.
Yeah, he is. He's up there. Like Constantine is solid.
Yeah, but Constantine's character, I love his character,
Me too.
and like
I
even the
agree.
animations that they've been doing for him and his character, I love it. So
Like I became a fan of Constantine. I started after I watched the movies with him in it, Justice League Dark and all those other movies. I started looking into the show. The show is actually solid,
oh
and
yeah,
he has a couple books too. Believe it or not.
he does. He does.
Yeah, like Constantine is a good character. I love the voice actor. That British accent, or I think
Yeah,
it's London. I'm not really sure how to say
he's
it, but
British. Yeah,
yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, and he feels authentic, just real.
yeah,
Constantine is a good character.
yeah. Matter of fact, is I think that well I know when was it not Shazam? What's the character he fights against all the time? Black Adam. They're bringing out Fate and Black
Oh,
Adam.
that
So
Dr. Fate was like, bro. When I saw Doctor, I was like, that's Dr. Fate. And they got Pierce Brosnan. That Dr. Fate finna be tight, bro.
yeah, I saw that too. I was like, ooh, this is kind of clean. I'm
Yeah,
interested.
Bro, Dr.
I-
Fate, just think about Dr. Fate. He ain't gotta do all them like spells and stuff. He just
exactly.
Yeah, he's just like boom.
It's a
boom,
wrap.
hell.
Now, honestly, that's a fight I want to see. Doctor Fate versus Constantine. That'll be solid. I think that'll be nice.
Like they had Dr. Fate go up against Constantine went up against Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate won basically because he's clever as hell.
Ah,
So because
I gotta see
he's
that.
full of tricks, so that's why he was able to. He was able to get the guy to take his helmet off. Basically,
Noble. Yeah, his name Noble.
yeah, he was able to get him to take his helmet off.
Ah,
So it was
I gotta see that. I gotta see that.
Yeah, once you get that helmet off him, he's powerless. But
yeah, he ain't got nothing.
he's with the
Yeah, because
helmet.
Dr. Fate is the helmet, so he just needs
Yeah.
a host. That's how that works.
Matter of fact, I think in the comics, Constantine wore Dr. Fate's helmet too.
Yeah, a few people have wore at least
Yeah.
once. I know the
Has,
Flash.
uh,
The
has,
Flash
uh,
have.
Zatanna.
Yeah, Dr. Fate is basically Excalibur from Soul Eater.
Yep. You
I think
fool.
Zatanna put it on too. I'm not sure, but I think she put it on too.
You fool.
Poof.
But will you guys be watching the Batman movie next week? Are you gonna watch it, or are you?
I'm still gonna watch it because I
I'm
love
a-
superhero movies.
I'm gonna watch it because Mrs. Squeezy wants to see it for Zoe.
Yeah.
I told her like, look, Zoe can't even save this movie. I'm just calling her right now, but I'm gonna see it. You know.
Yeah, because like this Batman, he got a lot of issues, and especially issues with restraint. So I might check that out.
I
I
still
re-
can't
I-
buy him as Batman, bro.
Plus, they got new
I
Catwoman,
still
and she
see
fine.
freaking Twilight Edward. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Yeah, I said the same thing. I was like, Edward? No.
yeah, look, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, look, he's forever gonna have that with him.
Yeah,
He's forever, but like,
that's like Pee Wee Herman.
Why
Coming
they
back
couldn't
and
use
being
the other
Batman.
I don't see the problem.
it's just the marketing really been like the marketing been growing on me, and I was like, okay, like the marketing been really good. It been growing on me, so that's why he's slowly growing on me. I think he's going to have, I don't think I'm gonna have as much issue with him as I think, because like I seen that recent clip where he socked Jim Gordon in the face. I'm not sure if y'all seen it. Socked Jim Gordon in the face and was doing the dash. I was like, yo, this about to be fire. I like this dude socked Jim Gordon in the face. And
I was like, when did that happen?
what up, Bosco? Wait for Squeeze to come back because I want you guys to, plug your channels, whatever
Okay,
stuff
yeah.
you got going on, social medias, all that. Then we'll get ready to head up out of here. Squeezy.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
So, just your little, final thoughts overall on the stream, anything we talked about, just a little final thoughts.
Man.
Also, plug your channel, social medias, whatever you want to. Just
Yeah. So thank you for allowing me to do this again. I appreciate it. You're a good friend, good fan. Look, great fan. If you guys want to reach out or support, join the Facebook page at Micro Wars 1 or you could go to our website at microwars.us to support us the best way you can. Also, we have a poster contest going on right now. If you're interested in that, the winner gets $125. So that's going on from now till March 7th. So definitely check that out. Check out some merch, man. We got comic books, we got face masks, t-shirts, all that jazz. If you want to just talk about some stuff, reach out to us on the website.
Yep, you guys, the link to the website is pinned in the comments. This is the website. Go check it out. You'll get majority of your information here. If y'all do need to hit up Squeezy,
Instagram, Twitter,
Instagram. Let me put your Instagram in the chat so they can find you.
Okay, yeah, I gotta do that real quick. Yeah, definitely check me out. Oh wait, people got some questions in here. I see some questions in here.
All right, let me get them real quick.
Oh, I'm doing this on my phone, so I can't see anything popping up.
So I'm putting in my Instagram now.
Support. Shouts out Bosco. Bosco, thanks for coming through, bro. Got to pop up to one of your streams at some point. Got it. Already got the link.
Yeah, I gotta get back. Yeah, I gotta get the streams.
Yeah. Emilio, overall, just give you a little final thoughts on the stream, anything just in general. Plug your content.
Yeah, I like the stream. It was cool, good vibes and everything like that too. I always like to, build bridges. Get up with other creatives and people just trying to do different stuff in the community. Yeah. You want to follow me on Instagram? I have an Instagram. It is Emilio, EMILIO MORZ. Sorry. And I have a website. It's called Mars Nation. It's also with a Z. Check it out. I got my prints. I got a few apparel up on there too. So if you want to get something, cop something, go ahead and go to the website. I also have Mars Nation on Instagram as well. Check that out. And that's basically just like strictly just my artwork instead of like me doing all my foolish shenanigans on my regular page. So
right.
Yeah.
You guys, that's Emilio's Instagram in the chat.
Yeah, just check out the Facebook page as well. Join the fan club. It's just Michael Wars on Facebook. So just type it in. Join. The more the better, so we can just get this fan base growing. And I appreciate the love and support. I told you, Emilio, I was gonna make you a star. Look at you. that man's big, famous.
Definitely like branch out all over the place.
Yeah, it's like I try every time I do an interview, I try to get him on as much as possible because I want the people to see the artists.
Right.
I want people to see the crew. Period. We have time.
Yeah, one day we get the whole crew on.
That's that's thing. Like people don't give the crew enough credit. Like it's like with a movie. People will give the director credit more just for stuff that they ain't really doing. Like, dang, Christopher Nolan's cinematography was amazing. Nolan wasn't the one recording the movie.
Exactly. So it's like me personally,
cinematography was amazing. Like
I'm all about giving people credit.
Camera crew.
the camera crew, all 12 of them. Give them a round of applause, please.
Like, how did you make that shot? That's amazing.
So what happened was I told them to stop and move this way.
Right.
And they caught it.
They give them credit in the credits, but nobody.
Yeah, and it'd be all the way at the bottom when no one's really paying attention.
When they start to get to all the people, the camera crew, the sound design, the music, it's like people don't look at it.
Right.
But hey, they still give them credit. But I think more stuff like this, where you actually bring people onto the platform, like, oh, this is our camera crew, this is our team.
Right.
Like showing the team, the crew, so people can recognize them, see them later. Go like, okay, now I get it. Now I see how you talk. I see how you carry yourself. I want to get this man to do some work for me.
Right.
It's a better impression than just, than just seeing the name.
Right. Definitely. Because my next interview, I would actually like to do that. Get my team together. Like, hey, let's do something as a team, a unit. We all get credit because I wasn't the only one that did this. And it's like people put it on me. Like, yeah, it was my idea and I made things happen, but it's other stuff that I didn't do. It's like, y'all helped me. Like, I didn't sit down and draw those pages, and like Amelia, when's the next page coming out? I know you tired of calling me. Look, it's just on this. Like I ain't that guy. Like I'm doing other stuff behind the scenes. So
Right.
everybody deserves their
I
credit.
mean, that's what happens when you're the face of the company. Like you're the face of the company, so no matter what,
Yeah.
you could just be like putting out words, but like, oh yeah, bruh, you did that book. It was amazing. I love everything you did. He was like, I didn't do all that.
I didn't do all
But
that.
thank
Like
you.
I can
Yeah.
tell you exactly what I did. Like I made covers. I illustrated one character. Look, one character, the covers, and I written half the story, and the rest is marketing, sales, website, and everything else. Everything else that I'm building, that's what I'm doing. But as far as individual jobs, it's like illustration, that's Emilio's job. I'm not gonna bother him with his job. As far as writing, I have Smiley. Me and him go back and forth. We share that individually. Text, I do that, and we have Kevin who sketches. So it's like I have a team here that does what I don't have time to do. I'm selling books out of my car online. I'm doing all types of stuff. So I'm out here doing the most.
And and that's how a team should be. Like, everybody should know what their part is, be able to do it, because not one person can create something like this. It's that saying.
hard.
It's that saying. It takes, I want to say it correctly. I ain't trying to mess this up. It's a popular saying. It takes a village, something, blah, blah, blah. Something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I usually just say it takes a village. That's all I don't know. I don't know
Look,
the
the
whole
But
phrase.
saying is it
it-
takes a village to raise a child. So
Right. Takes a village to raise that child.
Yeah.
Sometimes it may not be just the parents, but you may need the local shaman, the aunties, the uncles, the godfathers, the godmothers to help raise this one little boy here.
And
A little-
K-Dot's a
little
part of that team too. Like without him and all the other people I met on YouTube has really helped me get the exposure that I needed. Like you recording this video, we're doing this interview now. We're gonna post it up later, and people are gonna watch it. That's just the reality. And you get content. Like it's not just helping me; it's helping you too.
Yep.
So, everyone's been helping me out, and I appreciate that. And it's fun though. It's not like we're having fun with it, and that's the biggest thing. Yeah, people got bills to pay. You get paid, but at the end of the day, it's like you have ideas, I have ideas, and we just have fun at the end of the day.
All right, hey, and I'll say this much, Emilio, I gotta hit you up for some artwork because I need artwork for my channel.
See?
Hey, I pay well too. I'm gonna say this much, I ain't no freeloader. I pay well. We don't free load over here. I pay well.
Like I said, man, yeah, hit me up. And I told Steve that I was gonna do a heroes or what is it, a hero or villains for interview with him too, because what I'm basically doing, instead of me trying to find out each character's powers, base abilities, stuff like that, basically the characters are basically the people that I talk to,
right?
And they basically create the story for me based off of their characters and how they are. That's why I asked, like, who you are, what do you do, and how would your powers affect the community, and what would you do with your powers if you were in GSO universe. So yeah,
That'd be cool.
So definitely like what this year I'm still developing characters, doing a little posts and stuff here from the characters here and there. But I think with my comic, what I'm going to be doing is doing little shorts. So, and basically just be that. So, matter of fact, I got all my things on the wall. Like, like I said, Cloud GSO gonna be coming soon. So,
see,
get ready.
And that's the other reason why Dynamic is so great. He just keeps creating content, and I want him to keep creating content. Sorry. I don't want him always working on my style. I want him to work on his too. So we take breaks. Like, hey, once it's done, I want you to work on your book. Like, work on your book, man.
It's hard, man. When everybody wants everybody wants me to use my gift to help them. I was like, and I always say yes. So it's hard to work for on my own stuff.
Because I have the same gift because I create websites for people.
Yeah,
so
people need that. People need that. So it's hard.
I understand. I was like, man, look, we gonna now that issue 3 out, you have time to work on it. So now that that's out the way, you can just chill. You can chill and relax.
Steve already knows. After I'm done with his book, I'm going to be doing someone else's, finishing up someone else's book.
Right, you got to get it done. So, just
and
know,
then I can work on my own stuff.
Like I say, at the end of the day, you still have consistent work with me. You know how I get down. Paid story. There you go.
This was definitely a project that I really wanted to see grow. Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do my best and like do whatever I can to like stick in there, even if like just keep making pages. Even if I get like if I lose a hand, like I could do illustrations with this hand. Just illustrate, just posters though. No, not a whole book, just posters.
Right. I actually got some plans. We're gonna change some formats a little bit, but I think I can pull out a book every 2 books a year. That's the plan. 2 books a year. Or depending if I get another artist, we can put out more. But right now, Emilio's the star of the show, and it shows like 2 books in. People love your art style. I love the art direction that we're dealing with. The whole black and white. We can go back to color if we want to, but I think black and white is where it's at right now, and it looks pretty solid.
I think that was a question before. Like, there were people like, black and white. I don't know.
Yeah, they did.
I guess they did like the colors. They did like the colors.
The last interview we did together, they asked that question, and it was like, I want a color. Like, yeah, but right now this is faster in production. You can get stuff done and produce more. So
and you can always do the color later. I mean,
we can always go back to color.
Right. It's like with mangas. They've been doing all these stuff in black and white, and look where they at now.
Yeah, they be selling out.
The same black and white format. And people still love reading their stuff.
Right.
Exactly. Just put it out there. Like, we need content. I learned over time that content is king. You got something, just put it out.
Ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
Well, I got you guys. I got to get ready to go head to a birthday party, my nephew and stuff. I gotta go over there, show some love. I want to thank you all for coming on. This was a great stream. You guys will be on Squeezy's website soon. Check it out there. Check out the website. It's pinned in the chat. But everyone have a great day. Goes for that peace, love, positive, and all that jazz. Don't do drugs. And deuces.
Oh,
I'm gonna play the trailer one last time for everybody.
Play the outro. I forgot. I got a YouTube channel. Hold on, wait a minute. So go subscribe to the YouTube channel. I forgot. In order to upload the video, I had to make a channel. So support.
Rubik Squeezy.
Yeah. Support that.
I know we gotta bring back that anime fight episode.
Well, which one?
Anime fights. We didn't with season 2.
Yeah. So am I runner up right now? Because I think
you are.
I am a runner up. Yeah, got to bring that anime knowledge. Come on, Emilio, join us.
So what happened?
He has on his show an anime battle fight debate thing. So I've been on there a couple times and I've debated. I think I'm a runner up. We just talk about anime shows and who will win in a debating.
Kind of like what, like Death Battle?
Yeah, like that, but we're debating it. So I'm a runner up for the next show. So if you want to join in, we can tag team and take out the part.
Right. It's just the moment finding people that really are in anime that want to go at it. Sometimes it'd be 2v2, 1v1, 3v3.
I know some people.
I messed Kata up with that Bleach situation. It was what Bleach versus.
Oh, they're going to cheat. This is going to cheat with Ichigo talking about all right. So we did Goku versus Ichigo. Or talking about hey, I took your soul.
So Ichigo has the ability to take souls. He literally does.
Yeah, that's what I was like. It kind of like the Spider-Man movie when no, not Spider-Man. It was, I think it was Civil War when the Hulk was going back for the Time Stone, and he was like, "Well, I'm just going to take this." And she was like, "No, I don't think so." And she was like, "So what you going to do now? You're not even in your body."
Exactly.
So how you gonna get this stone?
Ichigo won that fight, bro. He has the ability to do.
And that's what I love about comics and superheroes and their powers and abilities, and also doing the heroes and villains ability. And like, you gotta tell me what it is, because you don't have to be OP strong to be a S tier character.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like people that could like characters like Aizen, who can trick your mind. I feel like that's scary as hell.
It is.
So,
but he got defeated by his own honestly his own weakness, like his arrogance. He
Yeah.
just got defeated by that. To
Yeah.
be totally honest,
It took a hot minute for Aizen to actually get like get caught, but
get dealt with. Yeah.
he finally got it
Oh,
because he
took
definitely
Ichigo.
finessed all the captains, and I was like, damn.
someone, Squeeze. So, bro does have a question. I think this is a good one. Before you,
Oh, that's
we
a
do
good
head
question.
out. I said, would you guys collab with Marvel or DC if they ask you?
I would.
I would out of curiosity. I would out of curiosity. It's just a collab, so it's like just or like a feature, right? Or not like a full-time thing. I'd do a feature, little collab episode or something like that. That'd be nice. It wouldn't hurt nothing.
Now there got to be let's put some stipulations in that now.
Okay, let's talk about the stipulations. Let's talk
All
about
right,
it.
so DC or Marvel, Micro Wars is fire. It's dope.
All
We
right.
want to do it, but we want to switch up to like have Rashida be another character. We want to make we just want to change her characters.
Nope. I ain't doing it.
No, all right,
It's solid. I'm not doing that.
yeah. Like
Hey,
Rashida, Naomi, your main characters, your main protagonists can be whatever you want to be, but we're gonna switch up your bad guys and switch up their powers a little bit, or make your main character not the main villain, not the main villain anymore.
Right.
Mm.
They will try and come in, snatch up,
And they will do that. They will do
They
that.
would do that. Like I can't get down.
Your
I can't.
character when it's popular, bro, change it all up. It's like,
Nah,
she
I'm
not
good.
teleport no more. She gonna be like strong as Superman and shit.
That's a hard no, bro. That's a hard
Right.
no.
They gonna take your comic book and Dragon Ball Dragon Ball Z the movie it up.
No, I'm good. Nope. Mm-mm. What Tony
Mind
said?
you, that was probably one of the worst live action movies.
You forgot about Avatar. The last.
Oh yeah,
Avatar.
Avatar is pretty damn garbage too.
That
But I think Dragon Ball Z movie.
yeah,
was-
it takes the cake.
Evolution was booty, bro. That Ozaru was trash.
That thing was cringy, bro. It was cringy.
The grade 8, I was like, dang, bro, you still small. You're not even a grade 8, bro.
I was like, bro, you my size. I fight you.
Right. I was like, what is this? And then Goku
Right.
was me and stuff. The actor they got, he wasn't fitted for that. Like, he wasn't big enough. They did Goku wrong too. They gave him Gohan story. They kind of did what they did with Gohan with the Buu saga, put him in high school. I was like, yeah.
I didn't like none of that.
Like
I
Goku
think
never went to school.
honestly, now today, they can do like a young Goku story because they got all the effects and stuff, everything. You can cast a young kid, start small, build up, and then eventually cast an older actor or turn that kid actor into Goku when he gets older.
Yeah,
Goku
but still,
long-running
Goku never went to school.
Goku never went to school.
Right, he
period.
never went to school too.
So that is just wrong. It's just
I'm
wrong.
like, you started off wrong.
Yeah, they start off bad. Bad.
Tony
Yeah.
has another question down here.
He said, "Would you guys collab with Hasbro and Boom Comics to create a original Power Rangers team?" I think.
Yep. I would definitely, no hesitation. I love Power Rangers. If y'all want these hands in the Power Rangers game, Battle of the Grid, come see me. I'm on PS4.
Well, Netflix about to get that Power Rangers cinematic universe popping. They didn't show no concept yet, but they trying to do a Power Rangers
they are.
universe on Netflix.
Yeah,
I think they can do it.
I'm with it.
I think they
I'm
can
with
do
it.
it. Keep
Power
it.
Rangers, I'm 100% down with as far as creating content. Yeah, I'm 100%.
What was y'all's favorite Power Ranger series?
Ooh.
For me, Dino Thunder.
Dino Thunder was lit.
Dino Thunder and the original. Yeah, this shit was solid.
Surprised y'all ain't say mine. Ninja Storm.
Wild Force like a close second. Ninja Storm was also smooth too.
Yeah.
Ninja Storm was
I think
lit.
song for Ninja Storm. I was like, bruh, he was always. But the main three Rangers are my favorite. It was the Thunder Rangers that I was there for.
Hey,
Right.
the Burgundy Ranger and bruh, I was like,
You're
yo,
right.
lit.
The brothers was solid. And Sam, bruh, the green samurai with the man, he had a samurai Mike sword, bro. That was ridiculous.
Right. I would say this though. Best intro. Power Rangers Zeo.
That Zeo thing. That
I'm gonna have to go with
it's that because it's that intro that begins with Zeo. That Zeo's fire. That thing was fire.
Yeah, that theme song, I was over there singing like it was. You know how you sing Pokemon, the intro?
Mhm.
That's how Power Rangers Zero was for me.
Zio's on my Spotify playlist. I got on my Spotify playlist. I'll be playing that shit. I'll be in the car. Gotta listen to it because that intro fire.
Say, see you, Power Ranger.
I ain't gonna lie, I like Space. Space was solid.
In space,
Yeah, Space was solid.
I'm mad. They made the Black Rain my boy a janitor. I was like, why he a janitor though?
Ninja Storm and Dino Store was just ultimate favorites as far as
Yeah.
theme song and overall stories. They're like continuations of the first one, of the original.
And they also had the best like Rangers you had on too. Like I said, the Thunder Ranger. You had
Yeah.
Trent, the White Ranger, and
he's
Dino
solid.
Thunder. I was like, dang.
I'm gonna have to say,
fire,
out of
bro.
all of them, Dino Thunder is probably the best for me.
Yeah.
Because it's like a continuation of the first series. It's like,
Yes.
yo,
That was definitely Dino Thunder was like basically Master Tommy at his best.
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I swear I was waiting for I was like, there's gonna be a Mighty Morphin collab. It didn't happen, but I thought
funny
like the
story.
OG Mighty Morphin friends gonna pop up and shit, you know, and come help him out in the episode.
But I
Speaking
don't know
of
if you
Power
ever watched the
Rangers,
Japanese version. They brought
Sentai I need to
everybody.
Yeah.
watch. That's what I need to like
the
because
Sentai
Sentai
ones are solid. Like
their
they're
stories is
really
totally
over the top.
different. And
They're over
Sentai
the
got
top.
more Rangers too than compared to what how they do it here in
Yeah, what they did was how they work is they take the story, they keep the original stories, but
Yeah.
take out the fight scenes, and then we make our own stories. The Americans make their own stories off that. And funny story about Power Rangers, I actually met Tommy in real life. He bought my book, and I asked him a very important question. It was on your stream,
nice.
K Dot. It was on your stream,
I
K
would have
Dot.
framed that picture. I would have framed that one.
It is. It's on the site. It's on the site. He bought my book and signed it, so he has one too. And the funny thing on your stream, K Dot, remember that stream that you showed that he was the Green Ranger? He kept smacking everybody.
Yeah.
And he smacked the Pink Ranger. I said, so Jason, question. Was that in the script, or did you just felt like you had to do that to keep? He was like, it was a part of the show. It was a part of the show. I was like, he smacked the dogs.
It was just part of the try. I didn't mean to do it. He really meant that.
My
shit.
man said,
He did it twice though. He did it back to back.
He really meant to hurt their ass. He jumped on that Megazord, jack they shit.
yo,
I
why
like
why was he the
Bro, this
hoodest
like-
ranger though? Green
this
Ranger
why-
was the hoodest ranger in the Power Ranger series, bro.
that's
He
why
was the
look,
realest.
I Mighty Morphin, they not my favorite. I love them, but like these dudes got jacked out their Megazord by one person. He jumped up on the back, hopped in, like, what's good? They like, oh shit, fucking up all they shit, and then they get knocked out one
Yeah,
by one at a
Beat him
time.
in.
And he jump out, do that little jump kick. Pow!
Like, bro, mind you, they didn't just fall out the house though. They fell out a skyscraper
Right.
of a Zord and
That
fell
was
to the
wrong.
ground. I was like, God
Fire,
dang.
dude.
That was a big fall, and like he proceeded to get big and then destroyed him again. I was like, yo, the Green Ranger is an issue. Not to mention, if you want to go into lore of the show, he still has his Zord. It's in the water.
Yep.
All the other ones were destroyed, so he still has his actual.
Dragon Zord.
Yeah,
It's
That's
down
crazy.
right now.
I've always wanted to get the Dragon Zord dagger. Matter of fact, I might buy one. Just to have it.
Hey, you think we can do like a little, out of curiosity, just the idea? This is how some of my ideas work. You think we can make a little Power Ranger episode with Rashida? It'll be interesting. Have a Megazord episode.
Well, that would you can have a kind of like, you know how on Power Grid how they added
Yeah,
Ryu and Chun-Li.
yeah, it'd be like that.
That'd be cool.
I think that'd be awesome. Give her a Megazord or something, or someone who creates
You're a
it.
Power
I think-
Ranger outfit.
yeah, just for one episode, I think it'd be funny.
Do that
Just
little multiverse collab, get it popping.
Rashida in space.
right,
Be like the Leprechaun. She all over the place.
man. Look, you like with comic books. This is why I love them so much, because you can do whatever you want.
Yep.
You literally can, and as long as it makes sense in the story, you can do whatever you want. I'll be coming to
Tony
you
said
too. Ashley.
favorite team up.
Dino and Ninja Storm.
I say that Forever Red episode. Wild Force. That shit was epic.
Wild Force is dope too, though.
Yeah.
I like Wild Force because it focuses on the Chinese fighting styles.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
you one better. Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles.
Bruh, they had
I got you one better. That was
Power
solid.
Rangers and Mantis.
That was solid.
Oh,
Bro,
you remember?
when they brought the Ninja Turtles on, I ain't gonna lie. They was kind of throwing me off. I'm like, is these dudes evil or what? What's going on?
Right.
There gotta be some shit going down. But nah, it was actually Ninja Turtles. And they had the female one. Remember, that's when they had this one with the female turtle in live action. She was there too. I was like, get her out of here. Nobody
You know what?
cares.
I was hoping one day or one year they'll bring back Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Oh, yep.
If one day they'll bring it back. But yeah, whatever Netflix is doing with Power Rangers, I hope I feel like it's a cash cow if they bring back, Beetleborgs, Mantis, and all that stuff like that, and made it more like for a little more mature. I feel like it'd be dope. I think it'd be fire.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, Ashley, man. If we can get on your show, let us know, man. Anytime. Like, I love to answer any questions that you have. And I thank you for just supporting us overall. So thank you.
Well, you guys, we gotta get ready to head up out of here. We're gonna play the trailer one more time.
Sure.
Then we out. Maybe we may be back. I don't know when, but be on lookout. Issue 3. I need to get that. I need to start reading that. Don't worry, Squeeze. I'm gonna get it soon.
Oh,
Thank
we
you all
got
for
you. We
watching.
got you.
3 Intelligent Black Man. I love to see. You know that shit. Shouts out to me. You know what I'm saying? 3 Intelligent. Shouts. It's Black History Month, y'all. But it's Black History every month. Let's not forget that. You guys, thanks you all for watching. Shouts out to Emilio, Squeezy. We about to head up out of here. Shouts out Micro Wars. Issue 3 review coming soon.
All right.
Deuces, everybody.
Hey, Rashida here. You don't know me, but I want to get to know you. Do you want to know my story? If so, see how I go through trial and error to become a superhero. Join me and experience the world of Micro Wars. Fight the good fight. See different perspectives on what really goes on when people get access to superpowers. Help me stop the evil Mr. Slim from taking over the city. And guess what? There are ways you can help. You can join our Facebook page, Micro Wars, buy a book, or even buy some of our merch from our website. So we thank you guys so much. We can't wait to hear from you guys. Catch you on the inside.
What did you do? What'd you do?